Shalom, Israel. Yahaba Shem Yahshua Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Thumb by Shem Yahshua to the sisters. Isupk Oakland, Lashawan, Qadash class. Make sure you log into isupk.com, man. Sign up, pay your tithes, do your donations, see what's up. Feast of the Memorial Blowing of Trumpets is coming up on the 17th, which is next Thursday. So check the website, see what's happening in your hood, and let's get it in together. Be sure to subscribe to all Isupk Oakland pages. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere there's social media, we're there. Check out Black Watch every Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And be sure that you're making sure that you're keeping up with all Isupk events. All right, so we're going to jump into this. We're going to go into these verbs. We're going to finish this list of 100 most common verbs in Hebrew language. And then we're going to work on Psalm 83. We're going to try to get through verse 3 to 7 in the time we have. All right. So right here, what I've written is our greeting for the class, which is peace, brothers and sisters. Today or tonight at this point, we will be reading and writing the Hebrew language. All right. So that's factual because that's exactly what we're about to be doing very shortly. All right. In Hebrew, what that would look like is Shalom, Akim, Wa Agwathin, Hayawam, Anaknawa, Ha Abarya, Kwawara'a, Wa Kawata. All right. Shalom is peace. Akim is brothers. Wa is and. Agwathin is sisters. Hayawam is today. Anak now is we. Ha Abarya is the Hebrew language. Kwara'a is reading. Wa is and again. And Kawatab is writing. All right. So I always say it's a lot like Spanish. It don't always, the sentences don't always align the way they do in English. All right. So if you speak Spanish, you have an advantage just for the fact that you're kind of used to that. All right. So what was said here, I'm gonna write it in ancient Hebrew. All right, so English is left to right. Hebrew is right to left. All right. So Shalom is Shah, Allah, and Amma. Lord willing, you already have the Hebrew language alphabet by now. I'll probably just put it on the screen real quick just to save us the time of having to write, hey, go to your mama. Go see mommy. So, just for time's sake, this is the Hebrew. All right. So you got A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Th. All right. Just so you got some frame of reference. I know that wasn't long. I hope you already have it written down. If you don't, I'll put it up again so you can take a look at it one more time. All right. So Shalom is Shalom. There is a Y in between, but for the sake of just getting it straightforward, what it looks like, we're just gonna write it like this: Akim, A, Ka, a Ya, and a Ma. Akim, Wa Agwathian. I wrote that too big. Let me make it smaller. Run it, pull it. I'm gonna pull it all the way to the back. All right. So, Shalom, Akim, Wa, Ak, Wathyan, Ha, Yawam, Anaknawa, Na, Kha, Na, Wa, Nak, Nawa, Ibaria, H-A, Ha, Ibaria, Ibaria, Quawara'a, Wakawatab. Based on the way it's leaning, it's gonna get all knocked off. Just write it again. My fault. Don't like that lean. I'm a perfectionist, so if it's leaning, it's gonna mess with me. All right, one more time. Like a typewriter. Shalom, Akim, Wa, Ak, Waf, Yin, Ha, Yawam, Anaknawa, Ha, Ibaria, Kawara, Wa Kawata. Wa Ra'a, Wa Ka Wa Fa. All right. Much better. Understand I got the glare. Forgive me again. All right. So, Shalom Akim Wa Agwathin Ha Yawam Anaknawa Ha Barya Quawara'a Wa Kawatab. In the ancient, it's Shalom Akim Wa Agwathin Ha Yawam Anaknawa Ha Ibaria Quawara'a Wa Kawata. All right. So what's in the ancient Hebrew? We have connectors. You know what I'm saying? And the connectors are these little lines you see underneath. So if the word is connected, It's going to look like a smile face. If the word is not connected, meaning the sound of the letter is its own sound, not a connected sound, then it's going to look like a
sad face.
Correct. All right. So, connected looks like smile. Not connected looks like a frown. Gosh, right in the spot. Bow, bow. All right. So you just want to remember that when you're doing the Hebrew. Don't forget, because that's going to that controls the sound of a word. And without that, you're gonna just basically just have a bunch of pictographs making their sound, but you're not gonna really you're not gonna make words all the time. You're just gonna be, you might as well do the alphabet. Hey, keep it down, man. You gotta be so loud. All right. Okay. So with that being said, let's finish these verbs. Good, good, good. All right. So we'll do it like we did last week. We'll have, one more thing. Said I'll show you one more time. One more again. In case you didn't get to see it. This is the Hebrew alphabet. Blah, blah, blah. Back it up. Right there, those bow. So, as you can see, just looking at the top, you see the connectors on the words La, Sha, and the Y and the Na connected, so it makes the word Lashawan. And then you have Qua, Da, and Sha. The Qua's not connected. The Da and the Sha are connected. And that's how you get the Dash, which is holy tongue. Alright? So, one more time, you got Salaki, I'm not good with this. Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Kha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Qua, Ra, Sha, and Th. And then you also have the Assyrian as well. So the Assyrian is this little printy looking stuff right here. Cacao. You see it? Am I getting it right? My bad. So, my bad. That's why I'm having a problem. So, lock if I had the camera on him. It's backwards for me. Forgive me. All right. So, you got your Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya. So when you get to the next Ka, as you see that arrow, that's because when the Assyrian has that letter at the end of the sentence, the end of the word, it's going to look like that. It's not going to look the way it looks on top. All right, so La, same thing with Ma. Ma, when it's at the end, it looks more like a dumpster or Donald Trump's head. Same thing with Na. Na, when it's at the end, it's like they drop the bottom part, and it just becomes like a long cane. All right, then you got Sa, I, Pa is another one that at the end, it drops at the bottom, and as you can see, looks like a bow. Then you have Taza, at the end, it drops, looks like the Y just got straightened out. And then Qua, Ra, Sha, and Th. All right. So that's the alphabet. All right. So now let's get to these verbs. I'm going to put English, Syrian, and then ancient. You only have 10 more left, so won't be much to cover. All right. All right. So we last left off at our camp. So the next word is going to be think. All right. So think. What that looks like in English is kashab. Kashab. All right. Think. The Syrian. Kashab. And in ancient, it's kashab. I know that glare gonna hit it. Ka, sha, and ba. Kasha. Kasha. All right, more again. Kasha. All right, means think. The next word is be unclean. And that's tama or tama'a. Yep. One moment. So, let's go with tama. Tama'a. All right, be unclean. So that's in Assyrian. That's I'm not doing this to myself. Ma and a all right. Ta ma and a tama'a. Only words like this do you want to maybe sometimes do a little experiment just to make sure you get the right definition, you know what I'm saying? But you want to be like, is it tama'a or is it tama? You know what I'm saying? Tama would be the I and the ma being connected, or it could be tama'a. You know what I'm saying? The ta and the ma are connected, and the I is by itself. All right. So you just want to check that out with yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you're going over your words, don't take but a second to double check. All right. That's about as big of a variation you're going to get when it comes to languages. Words that end with A. Or, excuse me, words that end with I. When a word ends with I, you just got to, see if that's the correct place to put your connect or not. Outside of that, it's pretty simple. All right, like la, you know what I'm saying? La is a la and a I, but you could just say la, but that ain't gonna be the right word. It's not gonna say no, that's for sure. All right. Next word is no, which is yadai. All right. No. Yadai. All right. Yadai. That's a ya, a da, and an I. All right. Ya, da, and an I. Ya, da. After that, it's bring forth, which is yalad. 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 All right, keep pushing. All right. After bring bring forth is go walk. All right, and that's yalak. Yep, yalak. So once again, when it comes to the Assyrian, you just want to double check because the way words look at the end, yeah, because rain is malak. Yeah, cool, cool, perfect. So go walk is yalak. All right, yeah, lock. All right, yeah, lock. All right. Never forget your foundation. All right. Go out is ya yataza. Um, actually, it's yataza. Excuse me. Go out is yataza. All right. Ya taza. Ya taza. My bad. I should have went the other way around. My fault. So your lock was the first one. A ya, a la, and a ka. And go out was ya taza'a, ya taza, and a ah. No connectors on the second one. Connectors on the la and the ka on the first one. All right. Fear is yara'a. Yara'a. Ya, ra, and ah. Ya, ra, ah. Go down is yarad. Ya, ra, and a da. Ya, ra, and da. You're right. You know what it sounds like? That's exactly what it sounds like. Alright, go this way. So sphere is yara'a. Go down is yara. It's locked. Keep forgetting. Ya, ra, ah. Yara'a. Fear. Yarad. Go down. All right, last two. Inherit is Yarash. Yarash. The more you do it, the easier it is to kind of flow through it and even edit yourself when you kind of feel like, yeah, that ain't right. Just a quick erase and correct yourself. Last one is settle. That's Yashab. Yeah. Shot. All right. Yeah. Shot. And just as you can see, it's easier to write the ancient than it is the Assyrian. Syrian is very, to me, it's like a typewriter. I wasn't really good at typing, so I don't like it. But the pictographs of our actual Hebrew language, it flows better to me. All right. So, time is it? Yeah. All right. See how many of these 4 verses we can get through. We might get through all of them, depending on how quick I go. But yeah, Psalm 83 is just one of the many difficult to write. Excuse me, train of thought. You know what I'm saying? So again, when you're dealing with the English and the Hebrew, you have to understand that it's the English, because it's a translation, it was written way after the Hebrew language. So it's not, the Hebrew language don't have every nuance that you'll find in English. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't update because it's not our Hebrew is not spoken the way it once was. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with the Hebrew, you just have to understand that it's never going to exactly translate from the ancient to the English the way you want it to. You know what I'm saying? You might want it to just be smooth sailing, but that's not how it works. All right. So let's read it first. All right, from where we're at, Psalm 83 and verse 3, it reads, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." It's like it. That was verse 4. Now verse 5. "For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee." 6. "The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes." Gabal, verse 7. "Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre." So that's how it sounds after translations. You know what I'm saying? But what we're going to be seeing is that it's not all going to come out plainly like that. Salaki. So in the Hebrew, verse 3 through 7 is Al-Imaka, Ya'iram, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawa, Waya Thayaitaza, Wa'al Taza Pawans. Like, let me read it from the top. Verse 3, Al-Imaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawa, Waya Thayaitaza, Al Taza Pawan Yaka, excuse me. Amar Wa, it's like it, 4. Amar Wa, Lakawa, Wanakakyanam, Magaya, Wala'a, Yazarak, that's like it, Yazakar, Shem Yasha'ala, Iwa, 5. Kaya, Nawa'itazawa, La, Yakadwa, Al Yaka Baryath, it's like it, Yakarathwa, 6. Ahalia, Arawam, Wayashma'alia, Wa Mawa Slaki, Wa Slaki, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, 7. Gabal, Wa'imawan, Wa'imala, Palashath, Am Yeshabya, Tazawur. So what we're going to do is break down that in the Hebrew. So if you go to like blue letter and try to break it down blue letter, it's more summed up. You know, it's not exactly giving you a direct breakdown of what's being said when you're trying to translate it. But if you could just look at it, and it's not going to be. It's going to have other things included in the text. All right, but let's break it down while we're here. All right, so going back to verse 3. Let me see how I want to do it. Okay, I'm gonna write the English look. I won't write the ancient. All right, just because it'll be a lot of time to do it. As you deserve the thorough, but it just will be a lot of time if you got the alphabet and you kind of starting to understand the alphabet and the look of the ancient when it's in English. You kind of can get it. All right. So English. Let's just put English trans. Can't say trans no more because confusing now. Translation. Yeah, English. And then English translation. Cool. All right. So the first one was Al-Imaka. So Al-Imaka. All right. Nope, not gonna do it like that. Still too much. All right. So in this case, it's against. Al also means over. All right. So al is against and Imaka. Means with you, which would more or less translate with you against. All right. I want to make this make better sense. I want it to make more sense to you. All right, just gonna have to just do it slower than this. All right. So our Imaka will look like Al Imaka. All right. Which would look like against with you. Like I said earlier, when it comes to the Hebrew, a lot of it is like Latin languages. So it's with you against. So we'll get through this. I'll read it again in the English out of Psalm 83. And you'll just see it's not as, how could you say, as poetic as you want it to be. It's just more direct is the best word I can use for it. All right. Yeah, Irayam. Irayam. I'll do that. And so what? All right. Yeah, Irayam. Yeah, which one is it? Ira. Ira, if I'm not mistaken, is city. All right, and the yum makes it plural, so it's the cities, and so wad is secret. So how that would look is just how it sounds. Yeah. Ira Yum. Yeah. Why? So why? So. Yeah, Ira why? So what? So again, I understand it's probably it's gonna look crazy as hell to you, but this is directly what is being said. Nonetheless, you're getting a lot of vocabulary too that you didn't have before. All right. Waya for your itaza. Yeah, itaza. All right. And the consult. And the consult and the it's like that be they consult and once again, when I get to the end of this verse, I'll read it so you see it in English. So you see that it's just different. All right. Why? Yeah. The what? So yeah, I Taza, and then a Y. So yeah, alright, so it's Y, and they consult and boom. Al Taza Pawanyaka. All right. Taza Pawanyaka. All right. Over hidden aside. All right. Al is over, Taza Pawan is hidden, and the Yaka is aside. So it's saying that they're consulting, that they're consulting together, and where they're doing it is hidden, like off to the side. It's not made plain. All right. So let's read that verse. It says, this is how I say what it says in English though. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. You know what I'm saying? So it does not look the same in Hebrew as what you're seeing in English. All right. Oh, right here. Taza Pawan Yaka. Taza Pawan Yaka. It's more like a Native American type of speech. All right. Should be able to at least do two more. So that was verse 3. Now we'll do verse 4. All right. So verse 4 says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right. So now verse 4. Oh, shit. One more thing. See what we're talking about right here. Verse 4 is Amar wa lakawa wana kakyadam magaya wala'a yazakar sham yasha'ala iwa. All right. So that's what we're going to be translating. All right. So Amar wa is to say, and Amar is to say, wa is and. Lakawa to you and wanna kakidam. No, that should be good enough. That's too much to say in a small part. You erase it. Just erase it. Makes more sense. Erase it. Wanna kakida. All right. And as a riddle. That is what kakidam means. Riddle. Let's see. Hopefully you can still see it when it's all said and done. Okay. Mar wa laka wa wanakakidam na kak yadam. Hope that comes in enough for y'all to see it. Amar wa laka wa wana kakyadam. It's more like to say to you as a riddle. So these nations then come together to consult to say to the Most High, damn near. But it's being said to us that we are not the children of Israel. And that's what's really happened we have been shamed out of our land and out of our heritage and even out of the memory. Everybody was remembering 9/11, but they don't want us to remember being Israelites. And that's life for an Israelite. That's how great of a people we are. We're such a great people that one white person had to figure out, look, we can't do what these older kings would do when they enslaved these people. And that's give them their land back and let them continue on in their culture. They read the records, and it's like, if you let them enjoy themselves in their culture, they're going to leave off from serving you. So the white man was like, well, we'll just strip them of their culture 100%. Then we ain't got to worry about the latter. All right. So next it's Magalia. Wala'a. Yazakar. Yeah. Sham Yasha'Allah. See if I can get it in that spot. So, Magalia is of Gentile, while La'a is and not or and no. I'll put not. Yazakar, to remember, and Sham Yasha'Allah is the name Israel. All right. So Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'Allah. Try to write this small but legible. Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'Allah. Yeah, sure. Look. I hope you can see that. If I stand a little bit right there, get a good glimpse of it. Put my hand up right here, bow. You can see the Gentiles. All right. So, Magalia, Wa, La'a, Ya, Zakar, Sham, Yasha, Allah. All right, of Gentile and not to remember the name Israel. Rough language, but it's ours. So Maz of Gentiles go, yeah, stuff like that. All right. And please, if you dare or get a chance, feel free to, rewind it on the playback, run it and rewind. All right. Okie dokie. Let's keep it pushing. Now we at verse 5. So let me read that real quick. All right, we just did verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right. So that's what we just wrote in the ancient. All right, so now we're going to do verse 5, which is, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against it. All right. What's that? In the ancient, that's kaya, nawa'ai tazawa, lab, yakadwa, al yaka, bar yath, yakarathwa. All right. So let us go through that as well. All right. All right. So let's do Kaya. Let's do Noah Aitaza. Noah Aitazawa. Yeah. One more time. All right. Kaya is because Noah Aitaza is he consulted. And Kaya na wa I tazawa love it. Lab Yakadwa, Alyaka, okay. So Lab is hearts. Yaka is Yakadwa is together. Yakad is together. Over against, or you can also say, no, over is good. You can say with you. Aside, not against. Aside. So this aside is like wayside, like something falling by the wayside. So they're consulting together, and La being the heart, meaning their minds are all together to do whatever enterprise they're gonna do. They're coming together. Like that. Lab. Yakad. Wa. Al. Yaka. So because he consulted together with one mind over a side, it's that basically. Bar Yath. Yakarathwa. Alliance, and Yakarathwa means will be cut off. So it's this sentence is more or less saying because they're making this alliance, they're gonna be cut off. So then it goes on to list who they are. Probably get through the 7th verse and everything. All right. Yaf, Yakarathwa, Yath, Yakarathwa. So since they're coming together against us, their alliance will be cut off. Got Hallelujah. Oh, this is my bad. We in verse 6 now. All right. So verse 6 reads, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarims. And remember, when you're reading this, it's got semicolons in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not reading just like you just reading straightforward. It's like a compound sentence. The depth is there, but the semicolon is giving you it's telling you it's depth there. You know what I'm saying? The English isn't going to tell you, but the semicolon is trying to tell you like it's deeper than what you're looking at. All right. So Salaki, boom, boom. So the tabernacles of Edom, Ishmael and the Moabites. Verse 6 is Ahaliah, Adawam, Wayashaba'alim, Mawa'aba, Hagariah. All right. So Ahaliah, Adawam, yeah, that's a long word, but it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Yashma'alim, Yashma'alayim, Yashma'alayim. Salaki. Why? Yashma'alayim. So Ahaliah is tent. Adawam is Edom. All right. Edom means red. It's also the white nation. All right. Oppressors. Let's see. White people. All right. Why Yashmayala is and Ishmael. Ishmael means flowery. Try to make that a little bit flowery. Not flour like yeast flour, baking flour, but flour like flowers. Flowery. Okay. And that's your Arabs. All right. Your Arabs, your Iraqis. All right. It's a lot. That glare is ridiculous. All right. So Ahaliah is Tit, Adawam, is Edom. Edom means red. It's also the name of white people in antiquity. Wa Yashma'alayim is Ishmael. So Wa Yashma'alayim is an Ishmael or Ishmaels. You know what I'm saying? Meaning everybody that falls under, whoever the Arabs are, your Iraqis once again. And you got Iraq, and then you have Iran. They two different types. All right. And Ishmael means flowery, like a field of flowers is really flowery. Like that, not like it's flowery in the kitchen from all of the flour. All right. So, Halia. Out of worm. Yeah, sure. My yeah. Fix it here. I messed up and I made my out of one too big. So the why yeah sure my yeah sure my yeah. All right. Halia Adawam Wa Yasha my Allah yeah. All right. So again, that is verse 6 of Psalm 83, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites. Salakia. I missed a couple parts. I jumped ahead of myself. We ain't done with this one. All right, that's the first part. Clouds, get it all off. We'll probably end with this one just for the sake. All right. Mawa'aba and Wahagarian. So, Moab, Chinese, and Hagars. Hagar means immigrant or to be poor. I'm pretty sure immigrant is more like somebody that migrates. And these are your these are Africans. All right. It's a sect of Africans. Because remember, Hagar had Ishmael for Abraham. You know what I'm saying? But that kid is going to still be, a Hebrew. It's not going to be a African, even though Hagar was African, but her name was, she was African. So this is just a sect of Africans called the Hagarenes. All right. But these wouldn't be descendants of Abraham. All right. So Mawahaba wa Magaria. Magaria. All right, so what we got so far is the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes. So we started with verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes. All right. So more than anything, make sure you got all of this vocabulary. I hope I laid things out enough for you to write it down and know what was connected to what. Again, it's just because it's in English, don't mean that's how it's going to look in another language. The Hebrew is more direct, and in some cases rougher. And you got to always remember, it's still written by blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So it has nothing to do with trying to be. It was written like F everybody else. This is for us. It's FUBU. You know what I'm saying? For us, by us. Written for us so that we could understand it. All right. But with that, go into these security announcements real quick. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK under commanding General Yohana. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, can be found in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means tenth in Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Memorial of Blowing of the Trumpets. That's next Thursday, September 17th, sundown. Make sure you check the website, Isupk Oakland. If you're in the area, just DM Isupk Oakland on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll give you all the information that you need to participate, come through, see how we get down. So like it. Any brother that wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and war scarf. We do the Lord's Prayer. We want to face the east. We'll put your hakwadam. Sar. Turn. Your sister, make sure your head is covered. Your brother, make sure your head is not covered, meaning there's a hole in the top of whatever's on your head. In the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash, Ayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Baba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Makam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kawawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawat Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabiyah Nawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Awashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapa'arath, Lawulamyum, Aman. In English, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this daily bread, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right. That to the brothers, Shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Barakatam. To the sisters, Shalom. Yahweh Shemal Atan. Bashim Yahweh. Shalom.